Gym with Jessie Vargas. I haven't seen you in a while, Jessie. First of all, man, it's been March since we've seen you in the ring. What you been up to?
Well, nothing much, man. I've been here at the gym. I stay in the gym. I stay in shape, and enjoying my time off. Enjoying my time off. My last fight was in March, and I enjoyed that time off. And we had a fight scheduled to be on the undercard of the Chavez versus Vera fight in June. Then July, and then August, you know, so it moved around a lot. And that's the reason that we had a longer break than we expected. Yeah. But, you know, it's part of the game. You know, sometimes it happens, and we just stayed in shape. We maintained the weight at a very good weight, you know, and here we are, 2 weeks away from our next fight, October 11th, and very excited and anxious to be inside the ring once again.
Well, for those of you that don't follow you on Facebook and get the benefit of seeing your pictures of you doing your thing, what does Jessie Vargas do on his downtime?
What I do on my downtime, I enjoy the time with my family. I have a beautiful daughter that you know, I enjoy. We have a good time every day. You know, we do. You know, I'm a family man. You know what I mean? I hang out with my daughter. I go out to the movies every now and then. I don't go out clubbing much. I really don't. It's not my style, but I go hiking every now and then, bowling, play some pool every now and then. I'm not very good at it, but I'm not bad at it either, but, you know, I mix it up. I do a little bit of everything, you know.
Now, you'd mentioned you thought you were going to be in the undercard of Chavez and Vera. Just your take real quick on that whole situation with the weight situation. If you were in Vera's shoes, how would you handle that, the whole weight issue?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't like to be in Vera's shoes ever. You know, let's say that how it is, and you know, he's not in a very good position because he's fighting at the weight that Chavez, you know, wants, and whatever he dictates, he gets. You know, just because of his name and all the money he generates, you know, in boxing, which you know, that's the way the game works. You know, for some fighters, and that's the way it is. You know, Chavez says he wants to fight at a certain weight, and Vera has to either adjust to it or pull out of the fight, which we all know, we highly doubt that he will do that. You know, but let's expect a great fight. Vera, he has a good chin. Chavez has a great chin. You know, Chavez has a bigger advantage because of the weight. You know, he has it more on his side, but it's still going to be an interesting matchup. I think the first 4 rounds should be interesting.
Well, let's talk about your fight here. You know, what do you know about this guy? You're fighting Ray Nar out of Africa. What do you know about this guy?
Yeah. I think he's out of Ghana. Yeah, and he's a good fighter. He has a very good record. He has a record of 26 victories, 3 defeats, with 21 of those wins by KO. So he has a pop behind his punch, and I hear he has a good amateur background, and you know, he has a good resume. He has a good record. You know, and it would look good on my resume. You know, if anyone looks up my record, all the fighters that I've beaten, you know, they have decent records. I've beaten a couple of undefeated fighters, and I want to keep it like that. Yeah.
Well, you know, last time we talked to you before your last fight, you had been rumored as a possible opponent for Pacquiao in the future. You know, that didn't come out. Now you fought your last fight. You got this fight here. Are you disappointed at all that you're fighting Nar instead of some of these big names?
I would lie if I would say that I'm not, because every fighter wants that big opportunity. You know, I want that big opportunity rather sooner than later. But you know, this is the way everything's turning out. I mean, I'm still on the winning side of everything. You know what I mean? I just have to accept it the way it is, and I'm at that point, you know, where I'm just about to cross the bridge. You know what I mean? I'm right behind these pound-for-pound fighters, and all I need is that one fight. You know what I mean? To put me with those fighters. You know what I mean? As you said, in February of this year, there was a possible talks about having a fight with Pacquiao, with Marquez. you know, who knows? Maybe someone gets hurt. Hey, I'm there. You know, and after this victory, you know, we're all fighting around the same time. So who knows that after this victory, I get a nice victory, nice win, and they say, hey, Jessie Vargas and Manny Pacquiao. It's always possible, and I'll always be ready for it.
And then you were also rumored if the talks had stalled between Bradley and Marquez, that it was possibly that you'd have been the guy that could have fallen back to, again, kind of just going on what we just said. How's your mindset knowing that you might have had that big fight, but now you have this guy here, still a tough guy? How's the mindset going into a fight like that with a dangerous opponent, but someone that you know may not be who you want to be in there with?
My mindset is a lot stronger. It's stronger than at any other moment in my career because I know that we're there. You know what I mean? All I have to do is look impressive, and we're there. You know what I mean? After this fight, who knows? Like I said, I could get a fight with Marquez, and all I need is that opportunity. That's all I need. All I need is that opportunity, and once I get it, I'm going to stay there. I will assure you that.
Right.
You know, but till then, we're going to continue to get better. We're going to continue to work on our skills, on our technique. That when we are ready, we will become the pound-for-pound champion. You know, in the future.
And before you got here, we were just talking about what you just touched on. You know, you need that one signature win. You know, that one thing that'll kind of, you know, because you're just below the top names, the Pacquiaos, the Marquez, the Bradleys. You know, you're kind of just underneath there. So do you feel that this is an opportunity here in this fight to get that signature win that maybe you don't have at this point, that'll put you right up there with the big dog, so to speak?
I need a good victory on the 11th, and I think a big signature win would be against a name fighter. You know, I think every young fighter has that fight, just like Morales did with ¿cómo se llama? ¿Con quién peleó? Morales had fought Zaragoza, you know, and that made him a superstar. Julio Cesar Chavez fought Acevache Martinez, that made him a superstar. Sugar Ray Leonard, you know what I mean? It's the opportunity that the young fighters. I'm only 24, you know, I'm young, and in the welterweight division, I'm ranked, I think, the youngest. The bet out of the top 15, I'm the youngest guy there. You know what I mean? And I'm doing pretty good. You know, and I'm only planning on doing better.
So does a dominating win here finally get you a shot at one of those big names you wanted to be in there with?
I hope so.
All right, let me ask you this. You know, you're top ranked now. You know, when I first met you over at the other gym, just what are some of the differences in training in top rank and then over at the other gym at Mayweather?
Difference coming into the doors and the name of the gym. You know, that's about it. You know, this gym here, I have my own private time at the Mayweather gym. I also did. I had my own time there, and you know, it's the same. You know, we hit a bag, we work on their technique, and it's the same. I mean, once doors open, of course, the Mayweather gym is different because you know it's open to the public, and it's much more, a lot more noise, you know, a lot more movement.
How has this gym been able to help you as a fighter? As opposed to there maybe the things that are more beneficial here for your game?
Beneficial? Well, a gym's a gym. You know, any fighter sees any gym just as somewhere where we work, and we work on our ability to become the best that we possibly can. So, I mean, being in a gym helps me. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what gym it is.
Right. Now we were talking a minute ago about Marquez Bradley. That fight, obviously, your fight's on October 11th. That fight's October 12th. Do you see yourself in line for the winner of that fight, or maybe even the loser? Either one would be great for you. You know, name for you. Is that where your kind of your main goal is? One of those guys?
That's my main goal. Yes, you said it. But we don't know if we will be a fight between one of those fighters will be made right after this one. We hope so. You know, but it's definitely possible. We're just gonna have to first focus on the 11th, and then after that, you know, hopefully we get the big opportunity. I mean, we will. From what I know, we fight October 11th. We perform well. Yeah. We come back in December on HBO, and I'm excited for that. But first, October 11th.
Yeah, I hate to look forward because I know you're focused in this fight. In the last question, but I just want to ask.
No, that's all right.
Obviously, for money reasons, Pacquiao would be almost every fighter's dream, because of the money involved in that. But as a Hispanic fighter with a Mexican heritage, would Marquez, would that be like your secondary dream opponent for someone for you to get in there with?
Anyone with a name, anyone that would get me to where I want to be, which is to become a superstar in my boxing career. Anyone. But I mean, Manny Pacquiao, would love to fight him. He's beaten my idols, I guess, people that I looked up to, such as Barrera, Morales, Marquez, and I would like to be in there with them, and you know.
Just a couple more, just real quick, so we can let you get to work,
No,
so we can all get to enjoy your weekend. Just first of all, just talk about this camp. You know, you had the time off, so just how's this camp gone for you? What you've been doing?
This camp has been going along very good, actually. We started training camp here, 2 months before the fight, I believe. But before that, we were working on our strength, you know, to have more power in the ring for our next fight. And the difference has showed, you know, in this training camp. And you know, I've been anxious to be in the ring. You know, like I told you before, we had a fight to be in June, July, August, and it kept moving around. So, I mean, as soon as training camp started officially, and with a date that was no longer going to be moved, we were happy and you know, training with a lot of anxiety and anxious.
And just 2 more questions. I talked to you in February in the same exact spot, as a matter of fact. How is Jessie Vargas a better fighter right now than he was then?
Me as a fighter, I look back, you know, my past fights, and I look at my mistakes, what I could have done better, and we worked it in this training camp, you know, and I'm so anxious to be in the ring to show my fans, you know, the difference and how we're getting better as each fight comes along.
And then just 3 predictions on 3 fights real quick here. The ones we talked about. It's Vera and Chavez, go.
Chavez should win by stoppage in the 5th round.
All right. Bradley Marquez.
That's going to be a good fight. It's interesting. It all depends how Bradley shows up to the fight, being that he just came from a very hard fight, you know, brutal fight that it was just a war. But if he's able to stay away from Marcus and outbox him with the speed and his youth on his side, he could possibly win by decision. But if he gets caught in mixing it up with Marquez, I believe that Marcus could land a very good shot and possibly stop him.
All right, and last one, Vargas and Nar.
That one there, I would say Vargas by knockout. You know, decision or knockout. You know, it doesn't matter to me, but you know, we're definitely feeling much more stronger. So we hope for a KO.
And sorry, just one quick thing. Going back to what we said, you know, you said you predicted knockout, but do you?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but one thing that we're just so hungry. I mean, I said it before. I'm so anxious to get in the ring and hit my opponent in front of me. You have no idea. I just want to be in there and just let my hands go.
Right.
So that's the reason why I kind of predict the knockout. Because, you know, I mean, of course, with intelligence, but knowing how to connect the big punches.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you feel extra pressure because, you know, talking about the signature win that maybe you need on your resume? Do you go in there thinking that you maybe, is there any danger of you not sticking to the game plan and maybe trying to do something spectacular when that's not really what you should be doing?
No, I'm sticking to the game plan, and we have 2. Like I said, we always have plan A, plan B, plan Z. I can adjust to any style, and as long as we have the same result, which is look impressive, I'm happy. But you know, I'm not gonna go in there just throw wild punches. And I want to show my technique. This is what my goal is. This is to show my fans a very nice, technical, smart, intelligent Jessie Vargas in the ring. That each fight that you come, he performs well, and he gives you a great. You could see great boxing skills, and you could admire the boxing skills that are being in play.
Well, we look forward to it, and just to clear it up, you're on October 11th, the day before, and where can folks catch that on TV?
It will be televised on Unimas. We're the main event. If you can, please tune in. It's a Spanish channel. It was Televisor before, now it's Unimas. And, you know, it's going to be at the Thomas & Mack Center, October 11th, Friday. Don't miss it. It's going to be a great matchup. I'm coming in with everything. And, you know, I'm looking forward to impressing you. And hopefully you enjoy the fight.
All right, Jess, thanks a lot. Good luck.
Thank you.